Hey, grade sevens, here's an activity we're going to do. All you need for that activity is 3 cups that you can't see through. If you have a car, get a car and then get 2 little like toy animals or something. If you don't have those, just get 3 different pieces of paper, one that says car on it and 2 that say goat. I'm going to use these owls instead. I think that's okay. Now, what this is, it's called the Monty Hall problem. Essentially, what happens is there's this guy named Monty Hall. He used to host a show back in the day as a game show called Let's Make a Deal. And there was a game on it. And essentially, there were 3 doors. And behind one of the doors was a really fancy car, perhaps this T-Bird. And behind the other 2 doors were these goats. And essentially, what happens is if you pick the door that has a car behind it, you get the car. Now, there's a catch. So, what happened was you wouldn't know which thing it's behind, which door it was behind. And the host, his name's Monty Hall, would say, pick a door. And let's say you pick this one. Monty Hall then would say, all right, I'm going to reveal one of the other 2 doors and let you know that there's a goat, or in this case, an owl behind it. And then he'd ask, do you want to switch? Do you want to change doors? So first it was pick a door, then it was the host, Monty Hall, would reveal one of the ones that was not the car. And then he would ask again, do you want to switch to the other door or not? Now, the mathematical explanations, I'm going to post some other videos that try to explain it. There's a lot of videos. If you search on YouTube, there's a lot of videos that try to explain it. Some are really well done. Some I'm not going to criticize them. I think they're still well done, better than I can do. That's why I'm posting them. But what we're going to do is actually put this to the test. We're going to not just look at the theoretical math behind it, which there's a lot of things on that. We're going to actually put it to the test. Now, in this case, obviously, switch and you get the car. Not switch, you get the owl. Now, I'll do a little brief explanation, but I'll trust that you'll watch the other videos. So this one, this would get revealed. Switching, you'd get the car. If you chose the first one to start, he'd reveal that this was an owl, and then switch, you get the car. It's only in the case where you pick the car first that switch, you get an owl. There's only one of the 3 chances that it is. Now, this is all about determining whether the first pick is dependent or independent. The second pick is independent or dependent compared to your first choice, whether which one you pick. So here's what you're going to do. You ready? You need 2 people to do this. So get a sibling, maybe a parent, to do this with you. Or you could maybe Zoom chat with one of your friends. Now, what you're going to do to start is, while the other person is not looking, just put these things underneath so they can't actually see them. Okay? Sorry, that's not working. All the toys in my house that I have, I couldn't find any little animals. So you're going to do that. You're going to ask 2 questions of them and do something in between those questions. First, you say, pick a cup. They'll pick one. Okay? Then you already know where the car is. So you are going to reveal, oh, there's an owl. You're going to reveal the one that they didn't pick. And then you're going to say, do you want to switch? Okay? Now, what we're going to do is 20 times. I want you to do this, 10 times. I want you to do this 10 times. And I want that person to switch all of those 10 times. Okay? They're going to switch all of those 10 times. And then I want you to do it again, but they're going to not switch 10 times. Okay? So the first time, switch. Oh, they got a car. Get them to turn around, or, you turn off your screen if you're doing it on Zoom. Mix stuff around. Turn on the screen or get them to turn back and say, pick a door. They pick one. You say, do you want to switch? Reveal it. Say, do you want to switch? They'll switch. Oh, they got the owl that time. Okay, so that's what you're going to do. You're going to do it 10 times where they switch, and then 10 times where they don't switch. I am going to I'll write the instructions of what to do in the Google Classroom, and there is a form that you'll fill out. Okay, so here it is. So there's going to be 10 that are changing doors and 10 that are not changing. So first time, let's say they switched, they got the car, put car, or just put C. I think that'll make it easier. C for car, and we'll use G for whatever the other thing is for goat, right? So let's say the second time they got the goat like we showed there, and you're just going to fill in until you do 10. And then you're going to have them not change for 10 times. They're not going to change. They're not allowed to choose it. And we're just going to put this to the test. What happens when they choose to change? What happens when they don't? And then I'm going to take all of this and I'm going to use it in the teacher data page that you'll see, and you'll be able to come up with that. If you do it in a group, just to the side in one of these boxes, just to the right side, write down the names of you and the other person who are doing it together, so I can give both of you marks, not just one. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments.